How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be taking part in the Friday Night Magic Super Standard event, or as I'm assuming it's going to be the 50 Shades of Yorion event. But anyways, I call this deck Only the Hits. Before we get into it, though, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. One last thing I'd like to say for all of my new followers or subscribers on either my Twitch or YouTube channels. Once you have followed or subscribed, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment and say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that. Yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's hop into this. So once again, I call this one Only the Hits. One of the stipulations of the event is it can be standard legal cards only, and it has to be 100 cards or more. So I figured, hey, Yorion. So I just smashed up, the best of my two favorite Yorion decks. So yeah, let's get into it. So Yorion is going to be our companion. It says that your starting deck contains at least 20 more cards, but we have 100, so we're good on that. So he's going to be our companion. And it says, when Yorion enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control, and return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of your next end step. On to the 2-drops, we have the full playset of Charming Prince. He's a 2/2, and when he enters the battlefield, we can either scry 2, gain 3 life, or exile another creature you own and then return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. We're running the full playset of the Birth of Meletis. This is an enchantment saga. The first chapter says, search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. The second chapter is we create a 0/4 colorless wall artifact creature token with Defender. And the final chapter says you gain 2 life. We are running the full playset of Omen of the Sea. It's an enchantment that has flash. Whenever Omen of the Sea enters the battlefield, scry 2, and then we draw a card. Running the full playset of Omen of the Forge, another enchantment with flash, and when it enters the battlefield, it does 2 damage to any target, and we can pay 3 later on and sacrifice it and scry 2. Running 3 copies of Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. He's a 6/6, and we sacrifice him unless he escaped. And whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card, and then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. And then we can activate his escape cost later and exile 5 cards from our graveyard and bring him back to the battlefield. Running 3 copies of Maze Mine Tome. It's an artifact that we can tap and put a page counter on and scry 1. Or we can pay 2, tap, put a page counter, and draw a card. And then when there are 4 or more page counters on Maze Mine Tome, exile it, and if we do, we gain 4 life. Running 3 copies of Dance of the Manse. It's a sorcery. It says return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards, each with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types. On to the 3-drops, we're running the full play set of Omen of the Sun, another enchantment with flash, and when Omen of the Sun enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens and you gain 2 life, and then we can pay 3 and sacrifice it and scry 2. Running the full play set of Skyclave Apparition. She's a 2/2, and when she enters the battlefield, we exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with converted mana cost 4 or less. And when it leaves the battlefield, our opponent gets to create an XX blue illusion creature token, where X is the converted mana cost of the exiled card. Running the full playset of Elspeth's Nightmare. This is another enchantment saga. First chapter says destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. The second chapter says target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. And then the final chapter says exile target opponent's graveyard. We're running the full playset of Treacherous Blessing, another enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, we draw 3 cards, and whenever you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. And when Treacherous Blessing becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. On to the 4-drops, we're running 2 copies of Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. She comes in at 5 loyalty. Her -1 says up to 2 target creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of turn. Her -2 says create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. And then her -3 is you gain 5 life, and then we can later on escape her from the graveyard by paying her escape costs and exiling 4 other cards. We're running the full playset of Shatter the Sky. At sorcery speed, each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card, and then destroy all creatures. We're running the full playset of Doom Foretold, an enchantment that says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent, and if that player can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life, you draw a card, you gain 2 life, and you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. On to the 5-drops, we're running the full playset of Elspeth Conquers Death, another enchantment saga. The first chapter says, exile target permanent an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. The second chapter says, non-creature spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And then the final chapter says, return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, put an additional 1/1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. Running 2 more main deck Yorion, so we already went over him, so we'll skip that. And then on the top end, we have 3 copies of Shark Typhoon. It's an enchantment that says, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. And then we can cycle it by paying its cycling cost. And when we cycle Shark Typhoon, we create an XX blue shark creature token with flying. Running 3 copies of Dream Trawler. She's a 3/5 with flying and lifelink, and whenever you draw a card, Dream Trawler gets +1/+0 till the end of turn, and whenever Dream Trawler attacks, draw a card. Then we can discard a card at any time, and Dream Trawler gains hexproof until the end of turn. We tap it. And then finally, 2 copies of Ruinous Ultimatum. It's sorcery speed, destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. So let's briefly talk about the mana base that I chose. I have 5 swamps with the full playset of Temple of Enlightenment. We have the full playset of Grimclimb and Brightclimb Pathway. We have the full playset of Temple of Silence. We have 3 copies of Murkwater or Clearwater Pathway. We have the full playset of Temple of Triumph. We have the full playset of Savai Triome. We have the full playset of Rogaran Triome. And then we're running 3 copies of Fabled Passage. So this deck is a Yorion deck that revolves around Doom Foretold and just dropping a bunch of enchantments, controlling our opponent. And then when the time's right, we bring them all back from the graveyard with Dance of the Manse. I assume in this event, with this 100-card thing, I think every single deck is going to be a Yorion deck. I could be wrong, but we'll see. But that's the main thing. That's the main shell. And then we added Splash of Red so we could do a Kroxa. He's a great threat in the late game, especially after we've pretty much destroyed all of their permanents and they have an empty hand. Omen of the Forge can help us pick off stuff, but also synergizes with the rest of the deck. Mazemind Tome is a great card that helps us stabilize, scry, draw cards. Skyclave Apparition is amazing low-end defense. We have Elspeth for our high-end defense, but also helps us recur our threats like Elspeth, Kroxa, Yorion, Charming Prince, Dream Trawler. And then we have at the top end, we have Ruinous Ultimatum, which can just completely end the game if the opponent is not expecting it. 3 copies of Dream Trawler to help us stabilize and draw cards through this massive deck. Shark Typhoon, another fun card. If we can get it, if we can actually hard cast it, then it starts kind of getting out of control. But we can cycle it if we absolutely need to. And once again, we're not really concerned about any type of mill because of Dance of the Manse and Elspeth's. We should be okay. But yeah, that's the deck. Let's hop into it. Let's see how we do. We have a 3.4 converted mana cost, running 16 creatures, 35 enchantments, and 35 lands. Only the hits. Bolanos. All right. So we have a 2-lander here. No blue. Ugh. I would like to keep this, but I feel like we need at least a blue source. We'll mulligan. Okay, this looks good. We have all of our colors available. We'll drop an Omen. Okay. And then I think we'll start off with... the Savai. Okay. Let's go ahead and play the Rogerin since our opponent's slow rolling as well. Let's be a party. Could be a party, people. Alright. Elspeth. Always forget to drop this after, because when we do birth, this won't matter anyways, right? So, I messed up there. That was my bad. Should have played the birth first. Okay, search up the plains. Another stonework, okay. Okay, so let's play out the plains. I think let's drop... I think we drop the Doom Foretold, since we have another one, and then we can just play out an Omen to keep it going. And then we always have the backup Shatter and the Elspeth. Yep. Could see a Skyclave Apparition here, maybe? I have no earthly idea what our opponent's playing. Journey to Oblivion. Okay, so this is definitely a party deck. He takes that. Okay. No worries. Well. Don't know if I really want to Elspeth that. Yeah, let's wait and see what he plays. We'll hold up the Omen. And then that way we can drop another Doom Foretold on our turn. I think that's the play. Glass Pool Mimic on the Stonework? Okay. Play our Omen. I guess we just attempt to kill it. He might have a pump spell. I'm not sure what is going on here. Ooh. Dream Trawler. Well, let's slam this. No attacks. Assuming he gets rid of the Pack Beast. Yep. And then we'll get our birth back. Skyclave Relic, okay. Yeah, we have him. So what do we want to do here? This is a token, so he'll have to sacrifice either one or two of these. I think we just slam another Doom, so then he'll have to sack both these, right? Go face. We get our birth back. Search up the plains. Okay, let's see what he plays. Got plenty of goodies. Thwart the Grave. Yeah, I mean, let's get rid of you. And let's get rid of the Doom. Okay. So let's go in first with our 1/1. See if he wants to block. He doesn't. I don't. This must be important to his setup. So now he'll have to discard a card. Right. Choose target attacking or blocking creature. Okay. Oh, let's play this. Omen. I guess let's Elspeth this. That should be GG. Not quite sure what he was trying to do here. Smack the face. I mean, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, we don't give a shit about this. So, let's hard cast Shark Typhoon. Let's go face. Takes it. Okay. He's for 1. So let's attack in first. And then let's see what he plays. I don't see him drawing cards, so we can only play one of you. That gives me 4, 5. Let's pull Yorion into our hand, and then we'll hold up these two. That way we'll get back our Journey to Oblivion unless he plays some other type of board threat. Null Priest. Oh. Cool. Ugh. Don't need... What are the chances of that? Okay. Let's see if he wants to block with any of these guys. Doesn't. So we shatter. Poor guy. Mace my tome, that's nice. Yep. Magmatic Channeler. Okay, let's cast the Omen before our turn. Maze Mine and Skyclave. We really need just one more blue mana. 4 or less. Yeah, let's do this. Hello. Do I play... I guess we can do both. Let's just slow roll it. Just take him. Let's play out the Maze Vine. And we'll hold up the Omen for our opponent's turn. Got him! Gems are always nice. I had trouble finding that second blue source of mana. You Spoony Bard with the Tamio. Okay, so we've got a 2-lander here. We do have a Maze Mine. We do have early Scry. Yeah, I guess we keep this. Ooh. 100 card mono white life gain. Oh, enchantments. Pretty sure we gotta get this Maze Mine out as soon as possible. Pass. Now, obviously, this is not a very practical deck. I would never run 100 cards. It's already bad enough running... Oh. That's a land. So let's play out the temple here. Scry. Yeah, I think we can keep that. The question is, do we do Charming Prince? So let's play the Charming Prince. Let's gain some life. And let's pass. Hopefully he empties out his hand so we can board wipe him. Skyclave Apparition on the Maze Mine Tome. Really? Interesting. Alright, well, we'll scry. Another... Oh, yeah, it's still Kroxa. Yeah, let's keep him. Omen is gaining some life. He is definitely gaining some life. Alright, well, let's shatter. Get ourselves a 2/2. Yep. Now we're definitely looking for some lands here. Definitely. This Kroxa will be nice. Fabled Passaging for planes. Yep, on a white. Lures of the Dream Den. Cool. Plays the Alseed. No, it's going for the Sentinel's Eyes. Cool. Well, we will scry. Yeah, just keep this. Another Maze Mine Tome. Like we need to start finding some more action here. So it's Kroxa. So whatever this is. Ooh, Skyclave, nice. And I think we just pass. Hallowed Priest. Okay, gonna be looking for another board wipe here. Sure. Opponent goes in for 4. Ooh, you can have it. Or do we just chump block? Yeah, I guess we just chump block here. Maybe. Looking for board wipe. Yorion. No, I'm gonna bottom that because we can always just bring him back anyways. Could be a mistake here, but we're either building up to our Ruinous or board wipe, or an Elspeth would be very nice. Doom, that's nice. Okay. There's what we need right there, Shatter. We'll bottom that plains. I don't think we need that. And I think we just pull in Yorion. Excuse me. And Luminarch. Perfect. Perfect. So opponent is drawing off the top. So after this board wipe, that should be game blouses. Going in for 7. Going in for 7. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Going in for 8. Doesn't. Well. Shatter. And I think that's pretty much it for our friend here. We'll drop the Bright Climb as a white source. So all we need is one more red, and then we can Ruinous if he somehow gets another board state. Yep, that's all these guys. Opponent does get to draw a card. Okay, we'll run this out as a plains. Pass. Next turn we can Yorion and bounce our Omen. Okay, that's a selfless. You spoony bard. Opponent is really thinking about this one card in his hand. He's gonna bring back the Sentinel's Eyes. I would love to draw into a Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay, so let's Yorion. Let's bounce the Omen. Omen comes back. I guess we play this. That's a swamp. I don't know. Okay. That comes back in. We don't need another dance. Birth is nice with our Doom Foretold here. Alright, what could this last card be? Oof. Okay, so let's Birth of Meletis. Yep. Play out of Plains. Let's attack the face. Drop the Doom. Yep. So I'm assuming he sacks the Sentinel's Eyes. Okay. Cool. That's a 2/2. Felidar Retreat. I think I'm gonna sack the Birth here. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Maze Mine Tome. Still need another blue, man. Give us a blue. How many do I have in my graveyard? Yeah, I mean, I guess we need life gain. Okay. No attacks this time. We're getting hellish low. Heliod, Sun Crowned. Ooh, love it. He is not going to be happy when I Ruinous. Oh. Cool. Okay, but he doesn't get indestructible. Yep. He's got lifelink. Yeah? Maybe he's just giving up. I don't know. Cool. Let's just do this now. So now he'll be forced to sack the Heliod. Yep. That's you. That's you. There's only one choice to make. Yep, that one. Yep. Alright, so we just need one more source of blue mana and then we're okay here. Alright. Scry. Don't need any more red. Looking for one more blue source. Yep. Yep. Can have the tome. There it is. Let's get you out there. No sense in attacking just yet. So he sacks the Sentinel's Eyes. Yep. It's pretty nice defense for white. I never realized that. Now, obviously, in a normal game, you'd be more hesitant to exile cards every single turn, but that's fine. Gonna be in trouble here with his Dream Trawler. And then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's Sentinel's Eyes. Another Mothra. Okay. At this point, let's sack the Doom. Okay. Do we Treacherous? Kind of low for Treacherous. 5, 4, 5, 6. Becomes a 6. So let's do 1, 2. We could Kroxa, but I think we just do this for 6. Hey, just calm down. Stop. Shit. Stop. All right, so I don't think we need to. Well, actually, now that we have the Doom out, yeah, why not? Let's do that. Yep. Planes, play out the Treacherous. Hey, stop.
Sit down. Stay.
I don't mind sacrificing these because now he still has to worry about the Doom. So I don't know. And then we got another backup trawler. I love it. Let's take the big boy out first. Okay. Are you gonna give up yet, man? This guy is a champ, I tell you. This guy is a champ. A Daxos. Well, that's something. Sorry, man. Just stop. Got him. Wow, that was an obnoxiously long game. Feel like he should have quit a long time ago, but gotta give him credit for that. Gems, I like. And we leveled up. That's fantastic. Let's open this pack. Okay. Pick up a mythic rare, that's nice. Valakut Exploration. It's a card I want to make a deck around, maybe in the next couple episodes. And I will leave it at that for you today, my friends. Once again, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. And don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment once you do and say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed or whatever. And I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.